Hello, and welcome back to the Talos principle. I have restored a backup, and I used the in-game function for it, but that in-game function doesn't really feel that reliable to me. This was like 2 hours ago, was the most recent one that I could restore to, and it said I had like 2 less sigils, I think? So I don't even know, I guess... Did I complete this one, the Press and Jam one, before we went back to Hub 3 and completed Pendulum or something? I don't think so. Did I? I don't know where I'm missing those 2 sigils, but I guess it doesn't matter. So today, we're going to be reading Jerusalem and all that. Also, I did realize it was very obvious in editing what you're supposed to do for this whole island thing. If only there was a fan that could take us there, hidden somewhere. We'll get to that, but we'll do some reading to begin with. So, wait, oh right, I can't just do reading. I guess I have to go and actually fetch the diskette again, the floppy disk. Because that should be here. Yep, he's got it right there. And we're gonna have to redo all of Jerusalem, and there's quite a few things that I've noted down that I want to test, but might be hard to remember everything, so we'll just have to see how this all goes. Upload file Jerusalem. No. Yes. Add message. And then if we just go back, then it's the same thing again. Yeah. So now we play Jerusalem. Okay, begin. So where do we begin in that case? Dream. We have these ones. So, it's like the artist. What does the artist aqueduct even do, I wonder? Because we teach people how to get water and rebuild the aqueduct, and then the aqueduct stands and it's fine, but what does that even do? Does that affect anything else? Is there anyone in, the scholar or scientist that needs something with water? Maybe, the bridge or something? Down all the way in the deepest chambers, cross the bridge. Maybe that would be broken if the aqueduct hadn't been maintained, because people wouldn't have the knowledge to, maintain these structures or something. So I guess that would be something to test. So let's go to scientist first. This might be hard to go through everything. I might miss some branches. I guess feel free to point those out if I am not entirely thorough. So we seek the seed of life, enter the tomb, sage's chamber. The world was not made for us. That's the same, and we just say, okay, cool guy, and then we go. And the poet. What purpose can we have if all our actions are forgotten? And we just peace out. Treasure chamber. In this chamber is gathered all the treasure of the land of death. Coins of silver, coins of gold. And we can take a coin. And that gave us the key, right? So we're not going to take the coin. I mean, I could just not give the fisherwoman the coin. But for now, let's leave that. You fall and can't get up again. Yeah, so there we go. And then the scholar doesn't matter, we can't do anything with that. That's what I started with, so that won't be anything new. But I do want to test when we get the axe. Apparently, it was pointed out that was, kind of bugged, where you're not supposed to see the message for, the Minotaur is there, and you get the wood with the Minotaur's axe at the same time. That was supposed to be, a break in between, so I don't know what was up with that. We'll have to see. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I mentioned in the description, apparently colliding beams is bugged, or not bugged, but just apparently back in the day, there actually used to be a fan part of the actual level, and then they removed that, they updated the level or something, and I guess they just overlooked the little pop-up thing. That's what I read. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like that's why it says there's a fan, which is kind of a shame, because yeah, I think that would be a really cool secret to have if it was just the box instead, where it's it shows you that to fully complete this level you need a box which is outside of it, or it belongs to the level and you have to take it in. I think that would have been a really cool idea, but oh well, it was just an oversight apparently. So let's jump into the artist. And where do we go first? Let's go across the hills. You know the name of the city. It is, it's Utopia. No. Though there is something true in what you say. Okay. And then walk by the aqueduct. The days of peace were too few. Let's speak with them. They've gathered. We wish to rebuild the aqueduct, but the knowledge has been lost. Oh! Oh, I don't have the knowledge! Oh, because we haven't done the scholar! I guess the scholar learns of, like, building aqueducts and stuff. Maybe? And, like, the poetry and all of that? That's why I could talk to the spirit of poetry? Because I had done the scholar and read that part of, like, learning everything from the poets of history. Right? Okay, so continue journey. Alright, that's interesting, and we'll just give up. The Tree of Life demanded too much of this mortal. Okay, so let's first start off with the Minotaur. I didn't finish my thought. I want to try getting the axe from the Minotaur so we can get wood, and then just, like, partying all the time as the scholar. Just never doing any work for any reason, and then just getting wood and seeing, like, what happens then if you just slack off. How long can you, like, survive? Or whatever. We'll have to see. So let's go by the river. You can't help her. And then pass through the labyrinth. I also want to get the flute before we do this and see if that actually does anything. Avoid the Minotaur. You avoid the strange beast man. Exit the labyrinth. And that's it. Oh! Oh, damn! This is new! What causes this to happen? At last you come upon the Tree of Life. It is withered and barren. The great work will never be fulfilled. Sickness follows strife. Also, by the way, I hate this shadow right here. It's very annoying because since it's moving up and down all the time, it's like causing the pixels in the video to change, which means they can't like compress as easily as like this static imagery over here and stuff. So the file just ends up being massive because I'm recording this constant shadow movement. Just a minor pet peeve. It's a little annoying. It also makes the cuts when I fail at like basic reading very, very obvious. So what else do we do then? How do we start with this? Let's go back to artist. And maybe we should get the flute in that case? But let's maybe exhaust all the things from the Minotaur first. Maybe I can't even kill the Minotaur. Because, like, maybe I don't have the knowledge, the combat knowledge or something, I don't know. We'll go across the hills. That city is Rome. Nope. It's not the name. A labyrinth. Seek out the Minotaur. The Minotaur is asleep. Slay him, avoid him, speak to him. Avoid him. You avoid the strange beast man. Okay, that's the same. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. It's withered. Uh-huh. Artist again. It's... Oh, I guess I should have done the other one, but shouldn't really matter. Okay, seek out the Minotaur. Minotaur is asleep. Let's start with speaking with him. I am old and tired. Sing to him. The Minotaur dances. So does that do anything? What would that do? It's withered. If we go back to the Minotaur now and talk to him again, is he not old and withered anymore? Or whatever? It's Babylon. Nope. Seek out the Minotaur. It's asleep. Speak to him. I'm old and tired. Oh, not old and withered. Okay, so that's that. So now, let's try and slay him and see if we even can. Or should I get the, Now let's get the flute first. Let's get the flute. So across the hills, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Leaving behind only his flute. Labyrinth, Minotaur. Speak to him. I'm old and tired, and we can't, like, play the flute to the Minotaur. Okay. Alright. Give up again. Redo this. Across the hills. Jerusalem. Utopia. Pass through the labyrinth. Seek him out. Slay him. You slay the Minotaur in his sleep. I see. Leave his axe. You take... What? No. I said no. I said leave it. Huh? That's weird. 1 second. Yeah, F10 was this. Let's restart checkpoint and see if that saved. Yeah, it didn't. Okay. That was weird. I definitely said no. Labyrinth, Minotaur, slay him. Just instantly leave his axe. You take his only possession. Is that just like a bug? Like, I don't know if that's a bug in the game or if it's a bug in this game. If it's like an oversight made by the blacksmith or what. But that's weird. Keep walking, and it's withered. Okay, strange. So if we go to the Minotaur again... Ponder emptiness. Uh-huh. And then the Scholar... So let's not do anything. Oh, we already learn of the ancient poems. Like, that's... You kind of have to do that. Take a break. You lose precious time. Oh no, yeah, it just keeps doing all of this playwrights. Take a break again. Strange miracle. Small animal. Ancient mystics. Take a break. In the kitchens, the old brothers drink and laugh, knowing the end is nigh. Continue working. Ancient priests, you have run out of wood. Look for wood. You find an ancient axe, blood-stained but still sharp enough to cut wood. What? Then how did we have the Minotaur alive? That's weird. How did I leave the Minotaur? Was it because I sang to him? Was I supposed to, like, sing to the Minotaur instead of slaying it, and then if you sing, he'll be here because he'll be, like, happy or something? I don't know. We'll have to test that as well, I suppose. I can always just, like, F10 before it saves again and just reset for as long as I want to test this, so that's convenient enough. Okay, continue working. Your work is not interrupted. Continue working. You have spent many days in the library, but you have lost too much time. You learn much of regret. The great work remains unfinished. So I guess that you just die. You lived out your days and you were not disciplined enough. Okay, so if we go back to this place... Oh, don't do that. Labyrinth. It's empty. Okay. Now, has anything changed? It's withered and barren. Why? What happens with that? Okay, so Scholar will work. And I guess we'll just drink a bunch. So take a break. But then, who cares about miracles? But then, yeah, who cares about songs? Oh, but wine is really nice. So there we go. We'll see if that's, like, enough. Bloodstained axe. It's unfinished again. Can we even take a single break? Is that fine? So we work, keep working, keep working, keep working. Last barrel of wine, though! And then look for wood. Continue working, and it's still unfinished. Okay, so you have to do everything that you can. Alright. Wait, what was that? The blood of something? Hold on. Oh god, I did it again! Shit, can I just check the, this thing? Page up? I could just check here. The blood of scholars shall outweigh the blood of martyrs. I think that said that before. That hasn't changed. Okay, so continue working. Just keep working until... Look for wood. Yeah. Unfinished again! What? You spend many days in the library, losing hope, so close to the goal. You learn much of despair. The great work remains unfinished. So how do we get hope? Oh man. I guess that's from one of the others, but... Which one? The scientist? So the sage's chamber... We can't do anything with him. I don't know... What did we do with the sage again? Poet's chamber. Oh, and we can't do this either, even though I learned about poetry. I guess the great work has to be finished for this to happen? Huh. It remains unfinished. Wait, so yeah, what is... How do you progress? Like, what is the trigger that causes, like, things to happen here? We could get the flute, but is that gonna do anything? What was the flute even for? That was for the sage? You play the flute? Or was it for the poet? So I guess let's do that. Jerusalem, Jerusalem. And then we'll talk to the exiles, but we do not teach... Oh, yeah! So, I don't know how I exactly got this knowledge, but let's not do that quite yet. Still withered and barren. I feel like it wasn't withered and barren before, was it? I'm kind of confused by, like, what's happening with all this. Wait, which one did I want to do? We have the flute, so now scientist. Sage? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Play the flute. The spirit of the sage is released. But we can't do anything here. And then scholar, maybe now can work? Work. Bloodstain still. It's still unfinished. What? How does that make sense? How did I finish this last time? I'm not even understanding what I did differently. What else can we even do? I mean, we can teach them to rebuild the aqueduct. That's, like, the only thing I can do, right? I don't think I can do anything else at this point. I can take the coin and get the key, but that's it. I guess we have to do that. Aqueduct. Tell them to rebuild. Ancient engineers. Yeah. The tree of life, the tree of the people, of all peoples, the tree of liberty and struggle, but a single drop of its sap gives you the strength at the very end to finish the work of God. So maybe this gives you the strength for the scholar to finish that work as well, but... So this is just because you taught the exiles? Oh, because it was withered and barren. So the aqueduct brought water to the tree of life. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that does add up. Okay, so then scholar, can we do this now? Work. Look for wood. There we go. Yep, you spend many days, you learn much of hope. Your goal is in sight, and now we can continue working this time. The great work is accomplished. Its spirit endures. And that should mean we can now go to Scientist. And then do... Sage. The ancient sage drifts between the stars. Poet's chamber. Yeah, tell the poet about the archive. Huh. You tell him of the great work of the last monastery that was completed even as the world. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that was the same. And then we'll skip the treasure for now. You're lifted up by the spirit of poetry. I guess you could skip the sage here. Yeah, because the sage didn't end up being important, right? So the sage would only be for this part, maybe? So you could skip that, but I'm not sure I care that much to do every single possible thing if it, like, doesn't actually do anything different. I'm just mostly concerned about, like, seeing the things that actually make a difference and have something interesting, not just, like, you die because you didn't do this one step. Yeah, so here we go. A bridge leads to the other side, but it is whole, so we can't do anything about that, I suppose. And there we go. A bitter fate to have come so far to the heart of the earth, only to find the final chamber is locked. The great work remains unfinished. So that's that. But then we can go back to the scientist and then check the poet's chamber. The tomb is silent. The spirit of the ancient poet has departed. And that's it. So I guess I should take the key. Let me alt-tab quick and just check. Was there anything else that I actually wanted to test? Because I might have tested everything, pretty much. Yeah, I think this is everything. It's just that Minotaur thing that I want to test again. The Minotaur in the Scholar thing, where you could have the Minotaur show up there somehow. So I guess, like, I don't even need to complete the, like, coin and key and all of that, because that should be about the same thing. So let's just reset once again, and we'll have to redo this one more time. Upload file. And then we start with the artist, I guess. And I mean, we'll let's get the flute. And then let's get the aqueduct as well. So if we teach them... Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can't teach. And then it's withered and barren. I see. Okay, but then... Labyrinth, seek out the Minotaur, speak to the Minotaur, sing to him. The Minotaur dances. So now, does the Minotaur show up here? Oh, keeps going. Look for wood. There we go. In the shed, you encounter a happy Minotaur. It offers to cut wood for you. Yeah, so, like, for some reason it was showing two things here. And, like, it was showing you cut wood with a Minotaur's axe or something. Yeah, what was that about? It was showing, like, another one that wasn't just the, blood-stained axe. Huh. Yeah, that's very strange. Not sure what that was about. The great work remains unfinished. And now we should have the knowledge here to teach the exiles. Yeah, teach them to rebuild. And then we give up. So we don't go to the tree. And now this guy can't do it, right? Yeah, that's a weird bug or whatever happened there. Great work remains unfinished. Yeah, so now if we do artist again... Now if we kill the Minotaur, slay him, and take his axe, then we get, like, the thing where I guess now we just have the Minotaur's axe? Maybe that's the bug? Like, if you choose not to sing to him and instead you just kill him and take the axe, then the scholar will have the axe and it just says, you cut wood with the Minotaur's axe. Was it worth his death? Because that would make sense. It's just because if you sing first and then kill the Minotaur, it shows both of them. Like, there's a happy Minotaur and you have the bloody axe or whatever. So I suppose that's how that works. So just a minor oversight. And then scholar... Look for wood. Yeah, there we go. Happy Minotaur. You cut wood with a Minotaur's axe. Does this justify his death? Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's the last thing I want to test then. I think we're kind of done with everything else after that point. And this is the episode, I guess. This is all we're doing today. So we just go and murder him instantly. No mercy. Seek out the Minotaur. Slay him. Take his axe. Yeah, weird that it just takes the possession regardless of what you do. That's also kind of an oversight, I suppose. But again, I guess they can just say, well, it's just an oversight from the blacksmith, not us. We are infallible as developers. So look for wood. Yeah, you cut wood with the Minotaur's axe. Does this justify his death? So I think that's it. I think we're done. As far as I know, those are all the branches. So feel free to point out if I missed any branch, like anything that can change or whatever. If it's anything like, it doesn't have to be major, but you know, sure, dying after the spirit of poetry lifts me up, but then not the spirit of the sage, I guess that's one thing, but like, again, I don't really care because that's not gonna say anything different. It's just the same type of death or whatever. So yeah, we'll leave it there for today. Next time, we're going to Bunny Island, and I don't know if I'm gonna read some Atlantis. Maybe. This didn't, even though it took an entire episode, it didn't feel too exhausting because it wasn't that much reading. So I might do some Atlantis reading next time. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you then. Bye-bye!